Sick company. Sick people. I was in Isogenics for years, a top 1% earner. Trips, awards, etc. One thing that is rampant in this company, and maybe others, but I can only speak to them, is the blatant gaslighting. If you aren't doing well in your business, it's because you aren't attracting the right people. That is because you either aren't working hard enough, or your mindset game isn't on point, or that you haven't invested enough in events or training. It's 100% all your fault. It couldn't possibly be how the business model is set up, or the fact that most people see MLM for what it is and don't want to be part of it. It's all you. There is something inherently wrong with you, that your business is not where you want it to be. And #X200B. My last year in Isogenics I spent in complete exhaustion, working around the clock to the detriment of my family, constantly wondering why I wasn't attracting unicorns to my business. I spent hours upon hours crying my eyes out over wondering what was wrong with me. It's sent me to therapy. Other leaders shared the same concern, as the main problem people have at that level is finding other leaders. It's their #1 issue. If you can't find them, it's because something is wrong with you. That is the consistent message. It is evil. There is nothing wrong with me. It is sick that the company owners and the millionaires they have training on stage speak this message to anyone, ever. No longer being in Isogenics, I have found all my friends who supported me have ghosted. A year ago, I was a rock star. Quote, now it is silence. I'm not making these people money anymore, so there is no use for me. Don't worry, I'm not sad about that. I'm grateful to be away from all the fake people. It's a foolish and embarrassing show of women who keep telling themselves they have found a place they belong and are with people who support and love them as but it's not. It's all for a show on social media, so they can attract women to their business. Stop building your business and watch how supportive those women are. You will be called every name in the book. Trust me. I have seen it and heard it. I recently found out they have some of the top millionaires in lucrative, secret contracts. They also pay several high-profile earners to look like they are making a lot of money on their own when in fact, they are being funded corporate. I can't imagine that is legal. It's certainly not ethical. I also heard they borrowed multiple millions of dollars to pay out pensions of the C-suite, in addition to the 2 rounds of layoffs they have had recently and not posting a profit from 2018. I also can't imagine the company is in good health. No pun intended. In spite of the owners at a recent event telling everyone that the company has a rock-solid foundation, they are peeing on people's backs and telling them it's raining. I am sickened by the shame-inducing silence that MLMs unleash on good-hearted people. I know there are other people in Isogenics who feel abused by this company, and I'm hoping that by me writing this, others will feel free enough to come forward and speak to the evils of this company. At the very least, I hope they feel validated in their hurt and frustration. If someone is just starting out and wondering if it's right for them, I cannot stress this enough. Run recently accepted her request because we have many mutuals. Starting to think like my girl here in the comments. Finally friends with a hun. I convinced this dude I was higher on the pyramid and supplied him with the graphics that I used to become a millionaire. According to this boss babe, 68,000 former Huns rejoined Unique just to sell shitty mascara. Primerica Hun harasses my mother. So a few months ago, my mom was looking for life insurance since she is not well and wanted me and my sister to have security when she ultimately passes. So, today my mom calls me crying, telling me that a man keeps calling her and harassing her to buy his insurance and she wants me to block his number. So I swing by after grocery shopping and then she calls and tells me that the Hun came by the house and was knocking and slamming on her door to get in. He leaves before I am able to get there. My mom is shaken and crying, telling me that he won't leave her alone. I grab her phone and see that this dude has called her every day, almost every other hour, harassing her. She didn't want to tell me because I have a really bad temper when it comes to family. I call the Hun from my mom's cell phone, and he picks up before he can get his sales pitch out. I told him in a calm voice that if he comes to this house again or call this number again, I will F*** him up on sight. He tried to act confused. I yelled into the phone, "If you come to this house, you will leave in an ambulance." He hangs up. After that I Google searched his number and it was from Primerica. Fucking snakes. I promise they are not all created equal. 2 hearts. I promise they aren't all brainwashed and taking advantage of vulnerable people. 2 hearts. When a random beautiful hits you up, how can I say no? Exclamation mark dot. My cat loves my R&F death lashes. When you run out of recruits, so you have to recruit each other. Was so happy to see this person get called out in one of the groups I'm in. Surprisingly, after 4 years in a sorority, this is the only message I've gotten from a girl I've never met before. Gave her a nice drunken reply. My little sister sent me this, I'm so proud of her. Apparently he followed up with, "That's okay, I was in porn once." Oh, the hypocrisy. This isn't as generous as it seems. I'm a recovering alcoholic. My recovery center has a calendar of monthly events and apparently think recovering addicts are the perfect recruits. Friend is selling it works. Told her it was a scam. She told me I needed to pray to God for wisdom and guidance because my sources weren't accurate. They are allowing error and Tupperware at the Denver Federal Center Farmers Market. I did my best. I am not the best writer, but I hope I got the point across. Anybody have more sources? If they reply, the finest jacket plastic containers can buy. Can't imagine why it ended up at a thrift store.